गुड मॉर्निंग। आई एम सीमा, स्टूडेंट ऑफ एमएससी केमिस्ट्री ऑनर्स फर्स्ट ईयर। तो इसमें हम प्रैक्टिकल केमिस्ट्री इसमें रीड करेंगे जो कि है राइटर एस चंद की। तो इसमें हम रीड करेंगे प्रैक्टिकल क्वांटिटेटिव ऑर्गेनिक एनालिसिस इंट्रोडक्शन। द आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स बाय क्वालिटेटिव टेस्ट्स इन्वॉल्व्स ए स्टडी ऑफ वेरियस केमिकल characteristics and then a careful correlations of observed facts. The general procedure adopted for systematic analysis consists of following steps: preliminary examinations, physical state, color, odor, ignition test, solubility, behavior test for unsaturation, detection of elements, class determination, test for functional group, determination of melting or boiling point, specific test, preparations of derivatives. The data collected under the above heads, if carefully interpreted, give a definite clue regarding the given compound. Preliminary examinations: physical state, color, and the odor. A careful observation of the physical state, color, and the characteristic smell of the compound gives useful information regarding the nature of the compound. For example, the color of the compound is related to its chemical constitutions or else to some impurities in it. Similarly, there are certain groups of compounds which have similar smell. The following table is helpful to some extent in correlating the physical characteristics and the chemical nature. Colorless solids, carbohydrates, simple acids, some phenols, amides and anhydrides. Colored solid, nitro compounds, amines, phenols, quinones. Colorless liquid, alcohol, aldehyde, ketones, simple hydrocarbons and the simple acids. Colored liquids, nitro compounds, phenols and the amines. Carbolic smell, phenols. Smell of the bitter almonds, benzaldehyde and nitrobenzene. Fruity pleasant smell, esters. Spiritus smell, alcohols. Fungent smell, formic acid and the formalin. Ignition test. Take a small portion of the given compound on a metallic spatula and igniate it over non-luminous flame and note the changes. Observations: burns with a sooty flame may be an aromatic compound. Yellow and non-sooty flame may be an aliphatic compound. Chars may be a carbohydrate, hydroxy acid or sulfonic acid. Smell of ammonia, nitrogenous compound like urea. Note: some of the aliphatic compounds like CHCl, 3CCl4 and the C2Cl6 owing to high percentage of carbon give sooty flame. Solubility behavior. The behavior of the compound towards various solvents like water, dilute caustic soda, dilute HCl and concentrated H2SO4 also reveals its nature. Take a small portion of the substance and note its solubility in above solvents. Observations and inference. First is the soluble in the hot water and solution is acidic to the litmus. Inference is salts of the aromatic bases, lower aliphatic acids, hydroxy acids or polyhydroxy phenols. Soluble in the hot water and the solution is acidic, higher acids or some phenols. Soluble in the cold water and solution is neutral, carbohydrates or alcohol. Soluble in the hot water and solution is neutral, starch or quinones. Soluble in the cold dilute carbonate carboxylic acid. Soluble in the cold dilute NaOH carboxylic acids or the phenols. Soluble in the hot NaOH and give of ammonia amides ammonium salt. Soluble in the cold concentrated H2SO4 aromatic hydrocarbons or phenols. Soluble in the hot concentrated H2SO4 and charring occurs carbohydrate, aldehyde, ketones or hydroxy acid. Soluble in the dilute HCl, that is amines. Test for the unsaturation. Test with bromines. Take a solution or suspension of the compounds in the water and add to it few drops of the bromine water. You may also take a suspensions of the compound in carbon tetrachloride and add to it a solution of bromine. Shake well and note the changes. Observation. Decolorization means inference is the unsaturated compounds containing double bond. A precipitate is obtained amines and phenols. Test with alkaline KMnO4 solution. Dissolve a small amount of the substance in the water or acetone. Add to it 1 ml of dilute sodium carbonate solution and a few drops of potassium permanganate solution and shake well. If the color of the permanganate disappears, the given compound may be unsaturated. Heating is forbidden in this the test. Detections of the elements. All organic compounds contain carbon. In addition, they may contain hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and halogens. No attempt is made to detect the presence of the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Their presence is usually inferred from chemical reactions. The detection of the nitrogen, sulfur, and halogens is carried out by converting them into the water-soluble compounds. This has to be done very carefully because further analysis of the organic compound is largely based on the type of the element present in it. Test for the nitrogen, sulfur, and halogens. Nitrogen, sulfur, and halogens are usually detected by Lenz's test. Lenz's test means sodium extract. In this test, these elements are converted to water-soluble sodium compounds upon the fusion with the metallic sodium. In actual procedure, a freshly cute small piece of the sodium is first tried by pressing between the folds of the filter paper and then put into the ignition tube. The ignition tube is heated very gently until sodium melts. The ignition tube is removed from the flame and small quantity of the size of the rice grain 2 to 3 drops if liquid of the given compound is put inside in it so that it may come in contact with the molten sodium. Heating is again continued first very gently and then strongly until the bottom of the tube is red hot. It is then plunged into the about 10 ml of distilled water contained in a beaker or the porcelain dish. The ignition tube, if not broken completely, is crushed with the help of a glass rod. The contents in the dish are stirred with glass rod, boiled for about 5 minutes and filtered. The filtrate and in the dish are stirred with the glass rod, and the filtrate is called sodium extract, with which the quantitative test for the nitrogen, sulfur, and the halogens are performed as had. The filtrate should be water clean and the alkaline. If it is dark in the color, it indicates incomplete fusion and the process is repeated with fresh ignition tube. Test for nitrogen. Take about 2 to 3 ml of sodium extract fusion solutions in a test tube and add to it 0.1 to 0.2 gram of the powdered ferrous sulfate. This gives a dirty green precipitate of ferrous hydroxide. If no precipitate is formed, add a few drops of dilute sodium hydroxide solution to get the precipitate. Now heat this mixture gently with shaking to boiling and without cooling. Add dilute sulfuric acid to dissolve the precipitate and add some more to make the solutions acidic. A Prussian blue color of the precipitate confirms the presence of the nitrogen. If the color or the precipitate does not appear, allow it to stand for 10 minutes to obtain so. In the absence of nitrogen, the solution will remain pale yellow due to the presence of iron compound. Test for sulfur. To about 1 ml of sodium extract, add 1 to 1.5 ml of freshly sodium nitroprusside solution. If a purple color is obtained, sulfur is present. This color fades away slowly. Acidify the 1 ml of sodium extract with excess of acetic acid and then add a few drops of lead acetate solution. A black precipitate indicates the presence of the sulfur. Test for halogens. After ascertaining the presence or absence of nitrogen and sulfur, test for halogens should be performed. For it, two separate procedures may be adopted. When nitrogen and sulfur are absent, acidify 1 to 2 ml of the sodium extract with dilute nitric acid and to it add 2 to 3 ml of silver nitrate solution and observe. A white precipitate soluble in ammonium hydroxide indicates the presence of chlorine. A pale yellow precipitate sparingly soluble or soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide indicates the presence of a bromine. A yellow precipitate insoluble in ammonium hydroxide indicates the presence of iodine. Bromine and iodine acidify the 1 to 2 ml of sodium extract with dilute HNO3 and 1 ml of the chloroform and excess of chlorine water and shake well. If the chloroform layers becomes yellow or brown, bromine is present. If the layer turns violet, presence of iodine is indicated. When nitrogen and or sulfur present, take about 2 to 3 ml of sodium extract and acidify with some dilute nitric acid. Now evaporate the solution to almost 1 ml. This will expel the hydrogen cyanide and hydrogen sulfide. Dilute the solution with equal volume of water and test for halogens as given in part A. Chemistry involved in Lenz's test. When an organic compound is fused with sodium, the nitrogen of the compound is converted into the cyanide, sulfur into sodium sulfide, and halogens into the sodium halides. These sodium salts, being soluble in the water, come into the aqueous solution. These salts are ionizable, and hence the presence of cyanide, sulfides, or halide ions is easily detected through the usual test. When nitrogen and sulfur both are present, sodium thiocyanate is present. In the test for nitrogen, when ferrous sulfate is added to sodium extract, it reacts with the alkali and dirty green precipitate of ferrous hydroxide is produced. This reacts with sodium cyanide to give sodium ferrous cyanide, which with ferric ion produces bluish ferrocyanide. In the test for the sulfur, a violet colored complex is formed upon addition of the sodium nitro proceed to the sodium extract. When the sodium extract is treated with the lead acetate, a black precipitate of lead sulfide insoluble acetic acid is produced. In the test for the halogens, when the sodium extract is boiled with the concentrated HNO3, sodium cyanide, if present, is decomposed and is eliminated as HCN gas. If NaCN is not decomposed, it gives white precipitate of silver nitrate even in the absence of halogens. Hence, it is confusing. After decomposing NaCN, silver nitrate is added, thereby silver halide is precipitated. The chloroform test for the bromine and the iodine is based on the principle that chlorine liberates bromine and iodine from the sodium bromide and iodide. Free bromine and iodine are soluble in the chloroform. Therefore, chloroform layer becomes yellow if the bromine is present, and it becomes violet if there is iodine. The determinations of the functional test for the functional groups. The determination of the functional groups depends largely on the correct determination of the elements. Once the functional group present in the organic compound is known, one is able to find out the name of the probable compound with the help of melting point or the boiling point. Next procedure is to study the some specific reactions of the compound and then to confirm its name by preparing the suitable derivatives. It may be noted that the carbon, hydrogen and oxygens are not tested for. This clearly means that if no other element is present, functional group containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygens are determined. The test for the functional groups should be performed accordingly to the following way. First is the when only the carbon, hydrogen and oxygens are present. For this carboxylic acid, the test is litmus test. Shake a small amount of the given substance in the water and dip a blue litmus paper in it. If the litmus paper turns the red, it shows presence of carboxylic group. Phenolic, being acidic in nature, also gives this test. Second test is the sodium bicarbonate test. Add a pinch of the given substance if solid or a few drops of the liquid to 5 ml of the cold 50% solutions of the NaHCO3 and shake gently. Effervescence indicates the presence of carboxylic group. For the phenol, means phenolic group is present. For this, the test is the blue litmus changes to red, but no effervescence with the sodium hydrogen carbonate. Second test is the ferric chloride FeCl3 test. To the 1 ml of the aqueous or the alcoholic solutions of the original substance, add 2 to 3 drops of the neutral or very dilute of ferric chloride. A blue, green color or violet color indicates the presence of phenolic group. Lieberman's test. All phenols in which para position is free respond to this test. Take 0.2 gram of the OS and a few crystals of the NaNO2 in a dry test tube. Add heat gently for a minute. Cool the mixture and add the 1 ml of the concentrated H2SO4 and shake. A deep green or blue color develops upon the dilutions with water. The solution turns the red. To it, add the excess of dilute NaOH solutions. The red solutions again become deep green or blue. It indicates the presence of the phenolic group. Phthalate test. Take 0.2 gram of each of the pound organic compound and the phthalic anhydride in a dry test tube. Add 0.5 ml of concentrated H2SO4 and heat for a minute. Cool. Make it alkaline with the dilute NaOH solutions. Pour a few drops of this solution in 20 ml water taken in a beaker. Characteristics color shows the presence of phenolic group. Pink color means phenol orthocresol. Blue color catechol metacresol. Fluorescent green resorcinol, no colorations, paracresol, carbohydrate. Blackening with H2SO4, heat 0.2 gram of the compound with the 1 ml concentrated H2SO4 and immediately charring and blackening of the solution shows presence of carbohydrate. For this carbohydrate, second test is the Molish test. To 2 ml aqueous solutions of the organic substance and 1 ml of Molish reagent and shake well. Now add carefully 1 to 2 ml of concentrated H2SO4 taken in a separate test tube. From the side of the test tube, allowed to stand a reddish-violet ring at the junction of the two liquids shows the presence of the carbohydrate. To 1 ml aqueous solutions of the organic substance, add 1 to 2 drops of the anthrone solution. Shake and warm the mixtures gently. A green or the bluish green color shows the presence of carbohydrate. For aldehyde, the test is the Skips test. To 1 ml aqueous or alcoholic solutions of the organic substance, add 2 ml of Skips reagent and shake. A deep red or violet color shows the presence of aldehydic group. Never heat during this test. Tolerance test. To about 2 ml of the tolerance reagent, added about 0.5 gram of oxidation of the organic substance and heat the mixtures on the water bath. Formation of the silver mirror or blackish precipitate indicates the presence of aldehydic group. This test is also given by the reducing sugars. Failing solutions test. Add the failing solutions B to A until a blue precipitate first formed is redissolved to a deep blue solutions. To it, add a liter of the organic substance and heat for 2 minutes. Reddish brown precipitate shows the presence of aldehyde group. This test is also given by reducing sugars. The test is for the ketones. 2 for dinitrophenyl hydrazine test. Add 1 to 2 drops of the organic substance to 2 ml of 2 for dinitrophenyl hydrazine solutions. Shake vigorously, heat and cool. A red, yellow or orange colored precipitate indicates the presence of the ketonic group. Next is for the esters. For the esters, the first test is the hydroxymic acid test. Take a rice grain or 2 drops of the compound in a test tube. Add 1 ml of 5% methanolic solutions of hydroxylamine hydrochloride. Now add a few drops of 2 methanolic potassium hydroxide until the solution is just alkaline. Boil, cool and acidify with the dilute HCl solutions. If deep red or violet color is produced, it indicates the presence of the esters group. For this, the second test is the hydrolysis test. Dissolve 0.5 gram of substance in 2 ml alcohol. To it, add 4 to 5 drops of dilute NaOH solutions and 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein. A pink color is produced. Now put this test tube in the boiling water bath for 5 minutes. If the pink color either fades or disappears, this shows the presence of the esters group. Alcohols. For alcohols, in a dry test tube, take 2 ml of the organic substance, add 1 gram of the anhydrous sodium sulfate and filter. To the filtrate, add a small piece of the sodium. Effervescence due to evolutions of the hydrogen shows the presence of an alcohol. To 1 ml of the organic substance or its aqueous solutions, add a few drops of cerulic ammonium nitrate. A pink or red color shows the presence of an alcohol. For hydrocarbons, no specific group test. When nitrogen is present. Class is the amides, functional group is CONH and the test. For amides, to 0.2 gram or 0.5 ml of the original substance, add the 1 ml of the aqueous NaOH and heat. Smell of the ammonia shows the presence of amide. Primary amines. Carbalamine test. Take a small amount of the substance 4 ml of alcoholic solution of potassium hydroxide and 2 drops of the chloroform in a test tube. Shake and heat gently. An intolerable offensive odor of the carbalamine shows the presence of primary amine. Nitrous acid test. Take 0.2 gram of the original substance in 2 ml of dilute HCl and cool. Now add 10% aqueous Na2 solutions. A brisk effervescence shows the presence of an aliphatic primary amine. Diazotization test: dissolve 0.2 gram or 0.5 ml of oxidation state into original substance in 2 to 3 ml of dilute HCl. Cool under the tap water. Now add 2 ml of 2.5% NaNO2 solutions and again cool, and add 0.5 ml of alkaline beta-naphthol solutions. A orange, red or red dye shows the presence of aromatic primary amine. For secondary amines, do not give the carbalamine test. For secondary amine nitrous acid test, take 0.2 gram or 0.5 ml of original substance, add 2 ml of the dilute HCl and cool under tap water. Add 2 ml of the 2.5% NaNO2 solution. Yellow oily drop are obtained. This shows the presence of secondary amine. This test is given by both aliphatic and aromatic secondary amines. Lieberman's nitroso reactions: take 0.2 gram or 0.5 ml of original substance, add 2 ml of dilute HCl and cool under tap water. Add 2.5% aqueous solution of NaNO2 gradually with shaking until yellow oil separates at the bottom and comes off the aqueous layer. Now take 2 drops of this oily nitroso compound in a dry test tube. Add 0.5 gram of phenol and warm gently for a few seconds. Cool and add 1 ml of concentrated H2SO4. A greenish blue color is obtained which changes red upon dilutions with the water. On adding excess of sodium hydroxide solutions, the greenish blue color is restored. This shows the presence of secondary amine. Tertiary amines: do not give the carbalamine test. Dissolve 0.2 gram or 0.5 ml of substance in 2 to 5 ml of dilute HCl and cool under tap water. Add 2 to 5 ml of 2.5% aqueous solution of sodium NaNO2 gradually with shaking and observe. No reaction indicates the presence of aliphatic tertiary amine. Production of the green or the brown colored salt indicates the presence of aromatic tertiary amine. Analytes: carbalamine test: heat a mixture of 0.5 gram of original substance, 4 ml of alcoholic KOH solutions and 1 ml chloroform. Bad smell of the carbalamine comes out. Toughness test: take 0.2 gram of the oxidation original substance, add 5 ml of concentrated H2SO4 and shake. Add 0.2 gram of violet color which changes to green on standing shows the presence of analyte. Hydrolysis test: take 0.2 gram of original substance, add 5 ml of dilute HCl, boil and cool. Add 2 ml of 2.5% NaNO2 solutions, cool again and add 0.5 ml of alkaline beta-naphthol solution. And orange-red dye shows the presence of an analyte with HCl and thus liberate the primary amino group which gives the dry test. Nitro compound: for nitro compound the test is the Mulliken-Barker test. Take 0.2 gram or 2 to 3 drops of original substance in a test tube, add 4 to 5 ml of alcohol, a pinch of zinc dust and nearly 10 drops of 10% calcium chloride or NH4Cl solution. Boil and cool. Filter it directly into 2 ml Tollens reagent taken in another test tube. On warming, a grey or black precipitate or silver mirror is produced which confirms the presence of a nitro group. Azo dye formations: in a boiling tube, take 0.2 gram or 3 drops of original substance, 3 ml of concentrated HCl, 2 ml water and 1 gram of solid stannous chloride. Heat the contents on water bath for few minutes. Filter and cool. To filtrate, add 2.5% aqueous NaNO2 solution drop by drop to complete the digestion. Cool again and add 1 to 2 ml of alkaline beta-naphthol solution. An organic red or red dye shows the presence of nitro group when nitrogen and sulfur are present. Thioureas: simple thiourea upon boiling with NaOH solutions give ammonia, or boil a little amount of the substance with the dilute NaOH. Cool and add Lead acetate, a brown or black color of the precipitate, indicates the compound to be thiourea. Aminosulfonic acid. Dissolve a little of the original substance in dilute HCl, cool and add NaNO2 solution so as to complete the diazotization. Now add alkaline solution of beta-naphthol. Red or orange dye is formed when halogen is present. Halogenated aliphatic halogen compounds. Boil 0.5 ml of original substance with 5 ml of alcohol NaOH solution for about 10 minutes. Cool, dilute the solutions with water and excess of dilute HNO3 and then silver nitrate solution. A precipitate of silver halide is obtained. Test depends on the type of additional functional group is present. Determinations of the melting or boiling point. This is the most important step in the identification of an organic compound. Pure organic compounds have fixed melting or boiling points, and hence the determinations helps to identify the individual compounds. Once the nature of the functional group present in it is ascertained. Determinations of the melting point. The compound whose melting point is to be determined is powered thoroughly on a porous plate with the help of spatula. A capillary tube of approximately 2 length is sealed at one end and by heating in a Bunsen flame. It is then filled up to about the 1 centimeter length with powdered substance. The capillary is then attached to lower end of the thermometer. The thermometer is now placed in a thin tube filled with paraffin oil or concentrated sulfuric acid such that the liquid converts at least the filled length of the capillary. Cork used is plate 1 to allow for the expansions of the air. The flask is gently heated from the point shown and range in temperatures is observed carefully. The temperature at which the substance begins to liquefy is noted. The temperature at which the solid has completely changed into liquid is also noted. This range of temperature is recorded as melting point range of the substance. In the case compound is pure, the melting point is quite sharp and occurs over 0.5 to 1 degree Celsius range of variations. During melting of the solid, temperature remains the constant. Determinations of the boiling point. The boiling point of a liquid may be recorded as either of the two waves depending upon availability of the appliances. First method. A few drops of the liquid whose boiling point is to be determined is taken in an ignition tube. A capillary tube shield at the upper end is put inside the ignition tube and the latter is attached to the lower part of thermometer with the help of rubber thread. The thermometer along with the ignition tube is placed inside a Pyrex test tube in such a way that the liquid inside the ignition tube is covered by the concentrated H2SO4 taken in the Pyrex tube. The test tube is heated slowly and the rise of the bubbles inside the capillary is carefully observed. The temperature at which a regular and speedy stream of bubbles begins to escape is taken to be the boiling point of the liquid. This is recorded second method. For this, the liquid whose boiling point is to be determined is taken in a distillation flask. Some pumice stones or porcelain species are added to avoid bumping. A thermometer is fitted in the flask through a cork. The delivery tube for the flask is connected to a water condenser. If the condenser is not provided, vapors can also be collected in a test tube. The flask is heated and range in temperatures is carefully observed. The liquid begins to distill over after some time. The bulk of the liquid distills over with a certain temperature range which remains nearly constant throughout the distillations. This temperature range is taken to be boiling point of the liquid. This method is useful because in addition to determinations of the boiling point, one can also purify the given liquid by distillations. Nowadays, the boiling point is more conveniently determined by the test tube like flask with an outlet at the top from where the vapors are collected in a test tube. Organic compounds and their specific test and derivatives. Compounds containing carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen only. Carboxylic acid test. An aqueous or alcoholic solutions of the compounds turns blue litmus red. Add about 1 to 2 gram and a few drops if liquid of the substance to a saturated solution of the sodium bicarbonate. There will be an effervescence due to evolution of CO2 gas and the substance will dissolve in it. Characteristics of the derivatives. Amide derivative. In a dry flask fitted with a reflux condenser, take a mixture of the 1 gram of the acid and 4 to 5 ml thionyl chloride. Reflux the mixture for about 30 minutes. Cool and pour the acids chloride thus formed into 10 to 15 ml of concentrated ammonia. Amide is precipitated. Filter, wash with water and recrystallize from rectified spirit. Dry and determine the melting point. Analyte derivative. Do about 1 ml acid chlorides, add 5 to 6 ml of acetone, 1 ml aniline and 10 ml dilute NaOH solutions. Shake the mixture well and cool. Filter the precipitated analyte, wash well with the water and allow it to dry. List of some acids. Formic acid melting point is 9.7. Name butyric acid. Acetic acid 101 melting point and oxalic acid. Propanic acid 133 melting point and the malonic acid, and butyric acid 150 to 51 adipic acids, and formic acid, acetic acid, propanic acid and butyric acids. The melting point in solid form. Aromatic. Benzoic acid in the solid form melting point is 159. Cinnamic acid solid form melting point is 195. Specific test for some acids. Aliphatic acid means formic acids melting point is 100 to 101 degrees Celsius. Pungent smell reduces the mercury chloride solutions. Add 1 ml mercury chloride to 2 ml of the formic acid and warm. If white or grey precipitate is obtained, reduces the tolerance reagent. Add a few drops of neutral solution of the acid to 1 ml of tolerance reagents and warm. A silver mirror or grey precipitate is obtained. Decolorizes the alkaline KMnO4 solution. Warm a liter of the acid with concentrated H2SO4. Carbon monoxide is evolved with burns with a blue flame. Reduces the failing solutions. Amide derivative melting point is 195 degrees Celsius. Analyte derivative melting point 47 degrees Celsius. Acetic acid melting point is 118 degrees Celsius. Acetic acid vinegar smell. To a neutral solution of the acid, add a few drops of dilute FeCl3 solution. A red color of the ferric acetate is obtained. On warming a mixture of the acid, absolute alcohol and a few drops of concentrated H2SO4, a fruity smell of the ethyl acetate is produced. It does not have reducing properties. Solids mean oxalic acids. Melting point 101 degrees Celsius. Colorless crystals soluble in the cold water. Decolorizes the KMnO4 solution. To an aqueous solutions of the acid, add dilute H2SO4 and a few drops of KMnO4 and warm. Decolorization occurs. To a neutral solutions of the acids made by adding NaOH, add calcium chloride solutions. If white precipitate of the calcium oxalate in cold is obtained. Anhydrous oxalic acid melts at 187 degrees Celsius temperature. Analyte derivative melting point 245 degrees Celsius. Citric acid is anhydrous. Melting point 153 degrees Celsius. In neutral solutions of the acid when added to the calcium chloride solutions gives the white precipitate of the calcium citrate after heating. Heat 0.2 gram of the acids with half ml of concentrated H2SO4, carbon monoxide and the CO2 are evolved and the solution turns yellow. Cool and dilute the solutions with the water and make it alkaline with NaOH solutions. Add a few ml of the freshly prepared solution of sodium nitroprusside and intense red color is produced. Amide derivatives. Melting point is 210 degrees Celsius. Tartaric acid melting point 169 degrees Celsius. When a little of the acid with concentrated H2SO4 charring takes place and CO2 and SO2 are evolved, a neutral solution of the acids give a white precipitate of calcium tar with calcium chloride solution. A neutral solution of the acid when added to the tolerance reagents and the mixture is then warmed, a silver mirror is produced. Phantom's test. To an aqueous solution of the acid, add a few drops of the freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution 2 drops of hydrogen peroxide and excess of NaOH solutions. An intense violet color is the produced succinic acid. Melting point is 185 degrees Celsius. White crystalline solid. Fluorescent test. In a dry test tube, take few drops of succinic acid, 1 to 2 drop crystal of the resorcinol and half ml of concentrated H2SO4. Heat the mixture for a few minutes. Cool, then pour the contents in a beaker containing about 100 ml of water and to it add dilute NaOH in excess. A red color is produced which exhibits the green fluorescence. If calcium chloride solution is added to the neutral solution of the acid, a white precipitate is obtained after boiling the solution and scratching the sides of the test tube with a glass rod. Benzoic acid. Melting point is 121 degrees Celsius. It is a aromatic acids, white, crystalline solid and soluble in the hot water. A neutral solution of the acid may be adding NaOH gives a buff-colored precipitate with ferric chloride solution. Amide derivatives. Melting point is 128 degrees Celsius. Cinnamic acids. Melting point 133 degrees Celsius. Pale yellow crystal soluble in the hot water. On heating with acidified KMnO4 solution, it is oxidized to benzaldehyde, which can be detected by its smell of the bitter aluminum. Decolorizes the alkaline KMnO4 solutions. Amide derivative. Salicylic acid, colorless needle-shaped crystals soluble in hot water. To an aqueous solution of the acid, add the few drops of the FeCl3, a boiled purple color develops, gives a white or yellow precipitate with bromine water. When a mixture of the substance methyl alcohol and concentrated H2SO4 in a test tube, the smell of the oil of the wintergreen methyl salicylate iodex type is obtained. Amide derivative. Melting point is 139 degrees Celsius. Bromo derivative. Melting point is 225 degrees Celsius. Phthalic acid. Melting point is 195 degrees Celsius. Colorless thin plates soluble in hot water. Gives fluorescent test. Take pethylene acids in the place of the succinic acid and proceed as in the test for the succinic acid. Naphthalene test. Take a few crystals of the acids, add an equal amount of phenols and half ml of concentrated H2SO4 in a test tube. Heat gently, cool dilute with water and then add dilute NaOH solutions in excess. A pink color is obtained. Derivative. Phthalimide. Heat 1 gram of the acid in a dry test tube until it melts. Cool and add to it 1 gram of the urea and heat it again for 50 to 20 minutes. Cool and then wash well with the water. Note: a neutral solution of the acid is prepared. To 0.5 gram of the acid, add ammonium hydroxide drop by drop until the solution has a distinct smell of ammonia. Now boil the solution to dry out excess of ammonia. The remaining solutions will be neutral solution of the acid. Phenols. Group tests. A solution or suspension of the phenol in the water turns blue litmus red but does not give the effervescence with sodium bicarbonate solution. Color with FeCl3. To about 1 ml of the aqueous or alcoholic solutions of the phenol, add a few drops of the neutral or very dilute solution of ferric chloride. A change in the color indicates the presence of the phenolic group. Lieberman's test. All phenols in which para position is free respond to this. Take a small amount of phenol and a few crystals of sodium nitrate in a dry test tube and heat it gently for a minute. Allow it to cool. Add half ml of concentrated H2SO4 and shake the test tube. A green, deep or blue color develops upon dilutions with water. The solution turns red. Now add excess of dilute NaOH solutions. The solutions again becomes green or the blue. Characteristics derivative. Bromo derivative. Dissolve about 0.5 gram of the compound in 2 to 3 ml of glacial acetic acid or acetone. Add to it a solution of bromine prepared in acetic acid drop by drop with shaking till the solutions becomes yellow. Warm it a little cool and then pour the contents into 10 ml water. Filter the solid bromo compound, wash it with water and recrystallize it from rectified spirit or methanol. Benzoate derivative. Take 0.5 gram of the compound in a small conical flask. Add 5 ml of acetone and 15 ml of dilute NaOH solution. Now to this mixture add 2 ml benzoyl chloride drop by drop with constant shaking and cooling the flask in a tap water or an ice. After hollowing in a rest for 15 minutes, filter the solid derivative, wash and dry it on a forest plate. Next, liquid with the boiling point is phenol. Melting point is Boiling point is 182 degrees Celsius. It is a solid of low melting point 42 degrees Celsius. Gradually changes into pinkish liquid and causes the caustic actions on the skin. Gives violet color with FeCl3. Gives Lieberman's test. Give phenolphthalein test. Derivative. Tribromophenol melting point 93 degrees Celsius. Benzoate derivative melting point 68 degrees Celsius. Kid is the orthocresol. Boiling point is 191 degrees Celsius. It is a solid of low melting point 31 degrees Celsius. Gives violet color with FeCl3. Gives Lieberman's test. Dibromo derivative melting point 56 degrees Celsius. Paracresol boiling point is 201 degrees Celsius. It is a solid of low melting point. Gives blue color with FeCl3. Does not give Lieberman's test. Does not give phthalate test. Benzoate derivative melting point 71 degrees Celsius. Metacresol. It is a liquid and solid melts at 1.8 degrees Celsius. Gives blue violet color with FeCl3. Gives Lieberman's test. Tribromo derivatives melting point 84 degrees Celsius. Solid with melting point alpha naphthalone. Dark violet colored crystals. Alcoholic solution of the compounds gives the blue violet color with FeCl3, but aqueous solutions gives a white precipitate. Add a little of the compound in the titanic acid solution and then add a few drops of concentrated H2SO4. A green color is developed. Derivative 2 to 4 dibromo derivative melting point 105 degrees Celsius. Benzoate derivative melting point 56 degrees Celsius. Rasorkinol melting point 110 degrees Celsius. Gives violet blue color with FeCl3. Warm a mixture of grain amount of rasorkinol, 2 drops of the chloroform and 1 ml of the caustic soda solutions. A red-green fluorescence is developed. Dibenzoate derivative melting point 170 degrees Celsius. Beta naphthol. An aqueous solution of the compound gives no color with ferric chloride. An aqueous solution of the compound gives the green color with FeCl3. On warming with chloroform and caustic potash solutions, blue color is obtained. Benzoate derivative. Pyrogalol melting point 132 degree Celsius gives the yellow color with the FeCl3. To 1 ml of the aqueous solutions of the compound, add 1 ml of ferrous sulfate solution. Blue color or precipitate is obtained. Add 1 ml aqueous solution of the compound to 2 ml Tollens reagent and warm. Gray colored precipitate or silver mirror is obtained. Dibromo derivatives melting point 158 degrees Celsius. Tribenzoate derivative melting point 90 degrees Celsius. Hydroquinone or quinol melting point 169 degrees Celsius. White needle-like crystal soluble in cold water. Aqueous solution of the compounds gives the blue color with FeCl3. Take a mixture of the 0.2 gram of the substance, 0.2 gram of K2Cr2O7 and 4 ml of dilute H2SO4 and warm on cooling. Greenish needles of quinohydrone are obtained. Add a small amount of substance to Tollens reagents and warm. Gray colored precipitate or silver mirror is obtained. Carbohydrates. Group test. Moles test. Dissolve 0.5 gram of the compound in a 2 ml of the waters. Add 2 to 3 drops of the Molish reagents and shake well. Now add 2 ml of the concentrated H2SO4 very carefully along the sides of the test tube and allow it to stand for some time. A boiled ring is produced at the junction of the two layers. On shaking, the solution becomes the violet or purple or a blue violet precipitate obtained. This shows that the given compound in the carbohydrate molish reagent is 20 solution of alpha naphthol in alcohol or 10% solution in chloroform. This test is a characteristic of all the carbohydrates and it is very sensitive as well. Even fiber of the filter paper responds to this test. The reagent for the instance dehydrates and hexane and forms as hydroxymethyl furfural which subsequently reacts with alpha naphthol of the reagent to produce the violet color. To 1 ml of aqueous solutions of the compound add 1 to 2 drops of the anthrone solutions. Shake and warm the mixture gently. A green or bluish green color is obtained on warming with concentrated H2SO4. The carbohydrate chars the solution's blankness and there is effervescence. Characteristics derivative oxazone. Almost all carbohydrates which have a functional carbonyl group give oxazone with phenyl hydrogen. This serves as a suitable derivative for the characteristics of carbonyl hydrate. Dissolve the 1 gram of the carbohydrate in 5 ml of water. Add a solution of phenyl hydrogen in the glacial acetic acid. Shake the mixture well and heat it on the water bath for about 30 minutes. Cool the reaction mixture where oxazone gradually begins to precipitate out. Filter and allow it to dry on a porous plate. Oxazone are a class of carbohydrate derivatives which are crystallized and colored and thus can be easily detected. Acetic derivative reflects a mixture of the 1 gram of compound, 1 to 1.5 gram meter of anhydrous sodium acetate and 10 ml of acetic anhydrate for about 30 minutes. Pour the contents in the 50 ml of the cold water. Filter the precipitate derivative, wash with water and allow to it dry. List of some carbohydrates. Name is the fructose. Melting point is decomposes and name is the maltose. Specific test for the sum of the carbohydrates. Melting point is 95 to 105 degrees Celsius. Fructose colorless solid soluble in the cold water. Reduces the failing solutions. Add 2 ml of the aqueous fructose solutions to 2 ml of the failing solutions. Mix with 1 ml each of the failing solutions A and B and boil. A red-brown precipitate of cuprous oxide is obtained. The red precipitate is obtained due to the brick oxide. To about 5 ml of the 1% fructose solution in a boiling tube and add an equal volume of a freshly prepared 4% aqueous solution of ammonium molybdate and then 4 to 5 drops of glacial acetic acid. Heat the boiling tube in boiling water bath. A greenish blue color within 3 to 4 minutes is obtained. Rapid furfural test. If in a molish test concentrated HCl is used in place of the concentrated H2SO4, the violet coloration is shown at different rates by different carbohydrate. Mix 1 ml of dilute solution of the carbohydrates with the 1 ml of 1% alcoholic solution of alpha naphthalone and 6 to 7 ml of HCl and boil. If immediate violet coloration is produced, the carbohydrate may be fructose or sucrose. In case of glucose, violet color is produced after 1 to 2 minutes of the boiling point. Oxazone melting point 146 degrees Celsius. Glucose soluble in the cold water reduces the failing solutions. Reduces tolerance reagent. Boil a little of the substance with dilute NaOH solutions. The mixture turns yellow, then brown, and produces the odor of the caramel. It tests with ammonium molybdate for fructose. A very faint color is obtained after 10 minutes if glucose is in the compound. Oxazone acetate derivatives. Melting point 170 to 186 degrees Celsius. White crystalline compound soluble in cold water. Does not reduce the failing solutions or tolerance reagents. Gives immediate violet colorations in rapid furfural test. Dissolve 0.5 gram of the compound in 5 ml water. Add 2 ml of the dilute H2SO4 and boil for 5 to 10 minutes. Neutralize the excess of acid with sodium carbonate solutions. Now these solutions reduces the failing solutions because sucrose is hydrolyzed into glucose and fructose by boiling with acid. Derivative sucrose does not form the oxygen, does not melt but decomposes the starch. White amorphous powder soluble in the hot water. To 1 ml of the solution of the compound in water, add a few drops of the iodine solutions. A deep blue color is obtained which disappears on boiling but reappears on the cooling. Reduces the failing solutions on the Tollens reagent. Aldehyde. Both aldehyde and ketones have carbonyl functional group and hence some of their properties are very common. They are characterized by similar derivatives. Since aldehydes contains a hydrogen attached to group carbon group, they have reducing properties which ketones does not possess. Therefore, two classes of compounds are described here under separate categories. Test for aldehydic group. To 1 ml aqueous or alcoholic solutions of the compound, add 2 ml of Skipp's reagents and shake. A wine red or purple color develops in the cold. Reduction of the Tollens reagent. To about 2 ml of Tollens reagent, add about 0.5 gram of the compound and heat the mixture on the water bath. Formation of the silver mirror or blackish precipitate indicates the presence of an aldehydic group. Tollens reagent is prepared by adding some dilute NaOH to 1 ml of silver nitrate solution. The white precipitate thus produced is dissolved by adding the few drops of ammonium hydroxide. This is the reagent and should be prepared fresh when the needed. Formation of the phenylhydrazone. To a mixture of 0.5 ml of phenylhydrazine, 0.5 ml of glacial acetic acid, 5 ml of water, add 2 to 3 drops of compound and shake well. Yellow or cream colored precipitate shows the presence of aldehydic group. As this test is of carbonyl group, both aldehyde and ketone shows characteristics derivatives. Semicarbazone derivative. Dissolve 0.5 gram of semicarbamide hydrochloride in 1 ml of water. Mix it with a solution of 1 gram of sodium acetate dissolved in minimum amount of water. To this mixed solution, add 0.5 gram of the compound and heat the mixture on boiling water bath for about 20 minutes. Upon cooling the solution, semicarbazone separates as solids mass. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone derivative. Mix 0.5 gram of compound with 2 to 4 ml of 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine solution and heat in boiling water bath for 15 to 20 minutes. Cool and filter the precipitate derivatives. Liquids and list of some aldehydes. Boiling point is 98, that is formaldehyde. 97 boiling point acetaldehyde. 179 boiling point benzaldehyde. 196 salicylaldehyde. First is the formaldehyde. This test is specific for some aldehydes. Although formaldehyde is a gas, boiling point to 21 degrees Celsius, but it is given in the form of the formalin 40% solutions in water. The solution has a pungent smell and it boils at about 98 degrees Celsius. Reduces the failing solutions test as in glucose. Copper tartrate complex reduces the Tollens reagents, evaporate the aqueous solutions, white residues of the fishy odor. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone derivatives, melting point 155 degrees Celsius. Acetaldehyde. Usually a solution of acetaldehyde in water is applied which boils at about 97 to 98 degrees Celsius. Pure acetaldehyde as melting point 21 degrees Celsius reduces the failing solutions and Tollens reagents. Do half of the aldehyde solutions and half ml of freshly prepared sodium nitroprusside solutions and dilute NaOH in excess, a red color is produced. On warming with the dilute NaOH solutions and iodine, it gives yellow PPT of CHI3. Semicarbazone derivative melting point 89 degrees Celsius. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone melting point 162 degrees Celsius. Benzaldehyde boiling point 179 degrees Celsius. Colorless or the yellowish liquid having the smell of the bitter ammonites immiscible with the water. restores the color of skips reagents very slowly, does not reduce the pairing solution. Canizaro's reactions when treated with dilute alkali benzaldehyde gives the benzyl alcohol benzoic acid. In a test tube, take 1 ml of aldehyde and 2 ml of dilute NaOH solutions about 30% and heat the mixture gently for a few minutes. Add sufficient water and decant off the oily layer if any. Now to the aqueous solutions, add dilute HCl if high precipitate of benzoic acid is formed on cooling. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone derivative melting point to 35 degrees Celsius. Semicarbazone derivative melting point to 14 degrees Celsius. Ketones group test. To 0.5 gram of substance, add 2 to 3 ml of the 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine solutions and heat the mixture on the water bath for 5 minutes. A red, yellow or cream colored precipitate indicates the presence of the carbonyl group. Does not restore the color of the skips reagents nor gives the silver mirror with the Tollens reagents. Ketones containing the CH3CO group may restore the color of the skips reagents very slowly. Those ketones which contain a CH3CO group give color reactions with sodium nitroprusside and metadinitrobenzene. To 1 ml aqueous solutions of the compound, add 1 ml of the nitroprusside solutions and a few drops of the dilute NaOH. A wine red color is produced. Acetone or any other ketone having CH3CO group is converted by alkali to anion CH3COCH2 or C6H5COCH2 etc. These anions react with nitroprusside ion to form a highly colored anion. Take about 1 ml of the compound and about 0.1 gram of finely powdered metadinitrobenzene in a test tube. Add it to excess of dilute NaOH if violet color is produced. Characteristics derivatives semicarbazone 2 to 4 dinitrophenylhydrazone derivatives are prepared in the same way as in this aldehyde. List of some ketones. Boiling point acetone 56 80 ethyl methyl ketone and boiling point 102 is diethyl ketone 155 cyclohexanone. Specific test for some ketones. Acetone boiling point is 56 degrees Celsius. Colorless, pleasant smell, miscible with water, gives red color with sodium nitroprusside in alkaline dilute NaOH medium. Iodoform test 2 to 1 ml of acetone taken in small beaker, add 10 ml of dilute NaOH or sodium carbonate solution and then add iodine solution drop by drop with shaking till the solutions becomes yellow. Now heat the beaker at a very low flame for few minutes and cool. Yellow crystals of iodoform separate out, filter and keep it as a derivative. To 1 ml of acetone, add 0.1 gram powdered metadinitrobenzene and then add an excess of the sodium hydroxide solutions and shake. A violet color is obtained. Derivatives 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone, iodoform, semicarbazone, ethyl methyl ketone. Boiling point is 80 degrees Celsius. Gives wine red color with sodium nitroprusside solutions and alkali. Gives violet color with metadinitrobenzene and alkali. Gives the iodoform test. Derivative semicarbazone melting point 135 degrees Celsius. Acetophenone colorless pleasant smelling liquid. Boiling point is 202 degrees Celsius. Give color reactions with sodium nitroprusside and alkali. Gives iodoform test. Heat 1 ml of the substance with 1 ml of the KOH and 1 ml of KMnO4 solution for 5 to 10 minutes. Cool and acidify with dilute HCl if high precipitate of benzoic acid is obtained. Semicarbazone derivative melting point 162 degrees Celsius. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone melting point 240 degrees Celsius. Solid benzophenone melting point 48 degrees Celsius. Colorless crystalline solid pleasant smell. Does not give color with sodium nitroprusside. Does not give iodoform test. Dissolve in concentrated H2SO4 giving a yellow solutions. 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone melting point 238 degrees Celsius. Esters group test. Hydroxyl acid test. Take a amount equal amount to an rice grain or 2 drops of the bound in a test tube. Add 1 ml of 5% methanolic solutions of hydroxylamine hydrochloride. Now add a few drops of 2 normal methanolic KOH till the solution is just alkaline and boil. Cool and acidify with dilute HCl and add 2 to 3 drops of FeCl3 solution. A deep red or violet color is produced. The reaction involved in the test are as follows. Hydrolysis test. Dissolve 0.5 gram of esters in 1 ml of alcohol and 5 drops of the dilute NaOH solution and 2 to 3 drops of the phenolphthalein. A pink color is obtained. Now put the test tubes in the boiling water bath for about 5 minutes. The pink color either fades or disappears. Phenolphthalein is pink colored so long as the medium is alkaline. When the alkali is consumed due to hydrolysis of esters, the pink color disappears. Characteristics derivatives. Amide derivative. Dissolve 0.5 gram of esters in 10 to 15 ml of the water and add 4 to 5 ml of concentrated ammonia to it and shake. The amide is precipitated, filter, wash and dry it on a porous plate. Methyl ethyl esters gives the amide conveniently by this method. Isolation of the compound. The esters on the hydrolysis gives an acid and alcohol or acids and a phenol. If these components can be isolated carefully, they are served as derivatives. In a conical flask filled with a reflex water condenser, place 2 ml of esters and about 20 ml of dilute NaOH and reflex the mixtures for about 30 to 45 minutes until all oily drops in the flask disappear. Stop refluxing and distill off the alcohol. Now cool the residual liquid in the flask and acidify it with dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4. If a precipitate is obtained, it may be an aromatic acid. Filter it and wash with water. Dry it on a porous plate and identify the acid. Most of the aliphatic acid are soluble in water, hence they are the not precipitated. Specific test for some esters. Liquid is ethyl acetate. Melting point is 77 degrees Celsius. Pleasant smell, colorless liquid. Hydrolyze 1 ml of the esters by the boiling with dilute alkali, acetic acid and ethyl alcohol are produced. The presence of ethyl alcohol may be confirmed by iodoform test. To above hydrolyzed solutions, add 5 ml of 10% potassium iodide and 5 ml of freshly prepared sodium hydrochloride solutions. Warm for a few minutes and cool. Yellow crystals of iodoform are produced. This has a characteristic smell. Filter and collect this as a derivative. Derivative is iodoform. Second is the diethyl oxalate. Melting boiling point is 186 degrees Celsius. Pleasant smell, colorless liquid. Readily gives oxaamide with NH3. Make a suspension of the esters in the water and to this add concentrated ammonium hydroxide and shake. White precipitate of oxamide is rapidly obtained. Heat the mixture of 1 ml of the esters and 1 ml of the aniline for a few minutes and cool. White precipitate of oxanilate is obtained. Isolate it and keep it as a derivative. Ethyl benzoate, boiling point 213 degrees Celsius. Reflux 2 ml of esters with 4 to 5 ml of alcoholic KOH solution for about 20 minutes. Cool and acidify with dilute HCl. A few precipitate of benzoic acid is obtained. Filter and keep it as a derivative. Methyl salicylate gives violet color with FeCl3 on hydrolysis. By the method described in case of the ethyl benzoate, it gives salicylic acid. Solids with point phenyl salicylate does not give any color with ferric chloride. On hydrolysis with alcoholic KOH, salicylic acid is given. Next is the dimethyl oxalate. Melting point 54 degrees Celsius. Reflects half of the compound with 2 ml of the dilute NaOH solutions for the 2 to 25 minutes. Cool and divide the solutions in two parts. In one part, introduce a hot copper cause a pungent smell of formaldehyde is obtained due to the oxidation of CS3OH. In the second part, add acidified KMnO4 solutions and warm. The color disappears, show the presence of oxalic acid. It gives precipitate of oxamide when concentrated ammonium hydroxide is added to the ester. Filter and keep it as a derivative. Alcohols group test. effervescence with sodium. In a dry test tube, take 2 ml of given compound, add 1 gram of the anhydrous sodium sulfate, absorb water if already present and filter. To the filtrate, add a small piece of sodium. There is effervescence with evolution of hydrogen if the substance is an alcohol. To half ml compound, add a few drops of ferric ammonium nitrate solutions. A red color is obtained. Test for solids alcohol. Take the compound in a dry test tube and add acetyl or benzoyl chloride. The effervescence with evolution of HCl gas is noted. Characteristics derivative. Para-nitrobenzoate derivative. In a boiling tube, take 1 ml of alcohol and 1 ml of para-nitrobenzoyl chloride and heat the mixture gently for a few minutes. Cool and pour the contents in 10 ml water. Filter the precipitate, wash with water and determine the boiling melting point in a dry state. Use 3,5-dinitrobenzoyl chloride in place of para-nitrobenzoyl chloride and proceed as follows. Some alcohol specific test for some alcohols. Boiling point is 65 degrees Celsius. Methyl alcohol. In a dry test tube, take 1 ml compound and introduce it to a hot copper turning pungent vapors of formaldehyde. Take half ml of the compound, a few crystals of the salicylic acid and a few drops of the concentrated H2SO4 in a test tube and heat gently. A characteristic smell of the oil of wintergreen iodexed types comes due to the formation of methyl salicylate. Ethyl alcohol. Colorless liquids. Iodoform test. Take 1 ml of the compound and 10 ml of the sodium carbonate or the dilute NaOH solution in a boiling tube. Add iodine solutions drop by drop with shaking till the solution turns the yellow. Warm in a water bath and then cool. Yellow crystals of the iodoforms begins to separate. Oxidation. Take half ml of the alcohols, 2 ml of dichromate solutions and 1 ml of concentrated H2SO4 in a test tube and warm gently. The solution turns green and smell of acetaldehyde is obtained. 1 ml compound plus NaCH3COO plus concentrated H2SO4 and heat is equal to fruity smell. Isopropyl alcohol gives iodoform test. Oxidations. On oxidations, it gives acetones which can be detected by the color reactions. 3,5-dinitrobenzoate derivative does not give iodoform reactions. Oxidations gives them propionaldehyde and not the acetones. Ethylene glycol. 197 degrees Celsius temperatures. Add 1/2 ml of concentrated H2SO4 to half ml substance and heat the mixture till a brown color is obtained. Cool and add concentrated NaOH solutions to make the medium alkaline. A characteristic bad smell of the aldehyde resins is obtained. Benzyl alcohol 205 degrees Celsius reflects the mixture of 1 ml compound, half gram of KMnO4 and 5 ml of the dilute Na2CO3 solutions for about 20 minutes. Cool and add dilute HCl to acidify the solutions. A high precipitate of benzoic acid is obtained. Filter, wash with water and collect it as a derivative. On heating with acidic KMnO4 solution, smell of benzaldehyde is obtained. Next is glycerol. Heat a few drops of the substance and a crystal of HSO4. An irritating smell of the acrolein is obtained. 2 ml borax solutions, add 1-2 drops of phenolphthalein. A pink color is obtained. Now add 2-4 drops of compound and shake. Pink color disappears but reappears on the warming. Hydrocarbons. 4 hydrocarbons do not contain any functional group, hence they are not detected by eliminations then by direction of functional group. If no test for the functional group described above is positive, the compounds may be hydrocarbon. Attempt is made to identify it with the help of melting point or boiling point and stable derivative. Characteristics derivative. Picrates. A large number of the hydrocarbon form additions compounds with picric acids, which is shown as picrate. Prepare a saturated solution of the compound in a rectified spirit and mix it with equal volume of a solution of picric acid in the alcohol.
Warm the mixtures in a boiling water bath for a minute and cool. Yellow or orange colored picrate begins to crystalline over. Nitro derivatives take about 1 gram of a compound in a boiling tube and to this add by drop and shaking 5 ml of mixture of concentrated SO4 and concentrated HNO3 mixed in the equal amounts. Cool if necessary. Now heat the test tube in boiling water bath for about half an hour. Cool the contents and pour it into 20 ml of cold water or preferably in crushed ice. List of the some hydrocarbons. For hydrocarbons test is the liquids is the benzene. Nitration in above way. Nitration gives metadienitrobenzene 12 110 degrees Celsius temperature in a boiling tube. Take half ml substance, 1 crystal of the copper sulfate, a pinch of the manganese dioxide and half ml of the concentrated H2SO4. Heat the tube in a boiling water bath for a few minutes. A characteristic smell of benzaldehyde is obtained. Naphthalene melting point 80 degrees Celsius, derivative picrate melting point 149 degrees Celsius. Diphenyl aromatic colorless crystalline solid. Derivative is benzoic acid para-para-dinitrophenyl melting point 233 degrees Celsius. Next is the acenaphthene 95 degrees Celsius temperature. Dissolve 2,4-dinitrotoluene and acenaphthene separately in benzene and mix the two solutions so a solid of melting point 60 degrees Celsius separates out. The derivatives is the agenaphthalene quinone and the second is the picrate. Next is the phenephrine. Picrate melting point 143. Next is the anthracene. Melting point is 216 degrees Celsius. In this, add 0.5 gram of original substance to 2 ml of the saturated solution of the picric acid in the benzene and shake. A deep red solution is obtained due to the formation of picrate. Derivative is dibromo derivative. Picrate melting point is 138 degrees Celsius. Compound containing the nitrogen or these the amides. The test heat 0.5 gram of the compound with 2 ml of dilute caustic soda solutions. Ammonia is evolved. This can be detected by its smell and action or moist red litmus paper which turns blue when brought near the mouth of the test tube. Characteristics derivative. Isolation of acid. About 1 gram of compound is boiled with 5 to 10 ml of dilute NaOH solution. As both the solution is cooled and acidified to H2SO4. The precipitated acid is filtered, washed, and dried. Picrate derivatives. Many amides may be characterized as picrates, which may be prepared in the manners as described as in the hydrocarbons. It is the benzene amide. Boil half gram of the compound with about 10 ml of dilute NaOH solution as above. Cool and acidified the solution with dilute H2SO4 with precipitate of benzoic acid is obtained. Filter and collect it as a derivative. Derivative benzoic acid melting point 121 degrees Celsius. Next is the urea. When heated alone or dilute NaOH4, it gives the ammonia. For ammonia urea test is the burette test. Take 0.2 gram of substance in a dry test tube and heat it. The compound melts. Ammonia is evolved and gradually the liquid solidified due to the formation of burette, and this test is for the peptide bond. Derivative is the urea nitrate. Melting point is 163 degrees Celsius. Next is the thalidomide. Heat a small quantity of the original substance in a dry test tube. A smell of the ammonia is obtained. Take 0.5 gram of the original substance, add 0.5 ml of concentrated SO4 and heat. Add 0.5 gram of the gasethanol and heat the mixtures to red brown. Cool and pour the mixtures into 5 ml of water containing about 10 ml of aqueous NaOH. A green fluorescence is obtained. Take 0.5 gram of original substance and 10 ml of solute alcohol in a test tube. Immerse the base of the test tube in boiling water for 1 minute with constant shaking. Derivative is the phthalic acids. Next is the primary amines. Group test, carbalamine test. Take a small amount of the substance 1 ml of alcoholic caustic potash smell of the carbalamine is obtained. Distinguish between aliphatic and the aromatic primary amines. Aromatic primary amines gives diazonium salts with nitrous acid which can be detected by formation of the red dye with the phenol solution. Dissolve 0.5 gram of the compound in 2 ml of the concentrated acetylene tube and dilute it with the 4 ml water. Cool the solution in ice bath and diazetize it with a cold solution of sodium nitrite. Add an alkaline solution of beta-naphthalone. Characteristics of the derivatives. Benzoyl derivative. Mix 1 gram of the substance with 10 ml of dilute solution in a boiling tube. Cool and add 1 2 ml of benzoyl chloride drop by drop with shaking. Semi-solid benzoyl derivative begins to separate out. Continue shaking for a few minutes. Cool, filter the solid, wash well with water and recrystallize from the spirit. For this, the next specific test for the some primary amines for the liquids and lean boiling point is 183. Gives the carbonate test and red color test for this when it is diazotized solutions is treated with an alkaline solution of beta naphthalone. For this, the derivative is acetaldehyde melting point 114 degrees Celsius. Next is the orthotoluidine. To 0.5 ml of the substance, add 1 ml of 50% H2SO4 and 2 drops of the potassium chromate. Gives the carbalamine actions and the dry test. For these derivatives are the benzoate dibromo derivative. Metatolidine gives carbalamine test, forms red dye. Dissolve a little of the substance in 50% sulfur and add a few crystals of the potassium dichromate. Yellowish brown color is obtained. This upon addition of the dilute HNO3 changes to the red. Derivatives are the benzoyl derivative melting point 125 degrees Celsius. Paratolidine gives carbalamine reactions and dye test. Dissolve a little of the substance in 5 ml water and add a few drops of the bleaching powder. A yellow color is obtained. Benzoyl derivative melting point 158 degrees Celsius. Picrate melting point 200 degrees Celsius. Alpha naphthalene. Dissolve a little of the substance in the dilute HCl and add a few drops of FCl3 solutions. Give carbalamine reactions and the dye test positive. Derivative picrate and the acetate. Next is the beta naphthalene. Gives carbalamine test, no color with FeCl3 solutions. Derivatives is picrate and the acetate. Secondary amines group test do not give the carbalamine test reactions with nitrous acid. A nitrosamine is obtained. This responds to Lieberman's nitroso reactions. Lieberman nitroso reactions. Dissolve 0.5 gram of the given compound in 2 ml of dilute HCl. Cool and add sodium nitrate solution gradually with shaking until yellow oil settles at the bottom. Decants of the aqueous layer. Place 2 drops of the oily nitroso compound in a dry test tube. Add 0.5 gram of phenol and water gently for a few seconds. Cool and add 1 ml concentrated H2SO4. A greenish blue color is obtained which changes to red upon dilution with water. On adding excess NaOH solutions, the greenish blue color is restored. Derivatives is for these acetyl derivatives and picrates. Specific test for some secondary amines for these liquids. Methyl aniline boiling point 193 degrees Celsius. Dissolve 2 drops of compound in dilute HCl and add a few drops of FeC. The greenish blue color is obtained. Gives carbalamine test reactions negative. Derivative is the benzoyl derivative and the acetate. For the solids, melting point 51 degrees. Yes, a solution of the compound in HCl gives a blue color with HNO3 does not give the carbalamine reactions. For tertiary amines do not give carbalamine reactions, do not give acetyl and benzoyl derivatives. Dissolve a few drops of a substance in 2 ml of dilute HCl. Cool in ice and add 1 ml of sodium nitrite solutions drop by drop. A green precipitate of para-nitroso derivative is obtained. Now add 2 ml of ether. Cork the test tube and shake well. A deep green ethereal layer is seen floating on the upper surface. Derivatives are the picrates and the other derivatives. For example, in case of aromatic tertiary amines, nuclear substitution bromo and nitro may be prepared. Specific test for some tertiary amines. Dimethyl aniline boiling point is 193 degrees Celsius. Colorless liquid gives nitroso reaction described. Analytes. Analyze group test depending upon the boiling with alkaline and light is hydrolyzed to a free amine and the acid. The presence of amine may be detected by any of the general tests applicable for primary amines. Carbamide test. Heat a mixture of 0.5 gram pound 4 ml of alcoholic KOH solutions and 1 ml of chloroform. A bad smell of the carbamines comes out. Characteristics derivative, bromo derivatives and the nitro derivatives. Specific test for the some analytes. First is the acetate analytes gives carbamide reaction test. Heat a liter of the substance with pinch of the potassium dichromate crystals and a few drops of concentrated H2SO4. A red color changing to green is obtained. Derivatives are the para-bromoacetaldehyde and para-nitroacetaldehyde. The next is the nitro compounds test for nitro compounds. Mulliken test. In a test tube, take about 0.2 gram of the compound, 4 to 5 ml of the alcohol, 1 ml of the calcium chloride or NH4Cl solution and add a pinch of the zinc dust. Cool and filter. Add to filter 2 ml of Tollens reagent. A grey or the black precipitate or silver mirror is produced. The nitro is reduced in the Bow process to NHOH group, which reduces the Tollens reagent reduction to amino compound. And by the dye test in a boiling tube, take 0.2 gram of the compound, 2 ml of concentrated HCl and 2 ml of water. Add it to 1 gram of the solid stannous chloride or heat the tube in boiling water both for 15 minutes. Cool and sodium nitrate solutions drop by drop to complete the digestion. Characteristics of the derivatives. They are the nitrohydrocarbons and the nitrophenols. Derivative of nitrohydrocarbons. The nitro compounds may be reduced to amino compounds which may be isolated and characterized. Some of the nitrohydrocarbons may be further nitrated. For example, nitrobenzene may be nitrated to give meta-dinitrobenzene. Derivative of nitrophenols. Sticks, benzoyl and acetyl derivative of the phenols may be prepared by the same general methods as applied to simple phenols. List of the some nitro compounds like orthonitrophenol. The melting point is 44, meta 97 and for para 144 degree. A specific test for the some nitro compounds. Nitrohydrocarbons melting point is 210.9 degrees Celsius. Reduces the nitrobenzene to aniline with the tin and hydrochloric acid is described. With these solutions, perform carbamide test and also dye test after the digestion. For the orthonitrotoluene, when reduced with 10 plus HCl gives orthotoluenide and this gives carbamide reactions and dye test. For this derivative, orthonitrobenzoic acid are the derivatives of this. The next is the meta-dinitrobenzenes and the Celsius dissolve 2 crystals of the compound in 1 to 2 ml of acetone and few drops of NaOH solution. A deep boil it to obtain. Add acetic acid. The color changes to red and disappears on addition to dilute HCl. Reduce a small amount of the substance with tin and HCl. Filter the solutions, dilute the filtrate and to this add a few drops of ferric chloride. A red color is obtained. Metaphenylene diamine nitrophenols. Melting point 44 degrees Celsius. Derivatives are benzoate derivatives and the dibromo derivatives. Next is the meta-nitrophenols. 97 degrees Celsius temperatures. Dissolve a few crystals of the compound in hot water and add a few drops of FeCl3. A violet red color is obtained. The compound dissolved in alkali giving the orange-red solutions. 114 degrees Celsius para-nitrophenols temperatures dissolved in an alkali giving yellow solutions, aqueous solutions. Derivatives are the bromo derivatives and acetate derivative. Compound containing the nitrogen and sulfur.
When both of these elements are present together, sodium extract of the compounds gives a blood red color with efficacy due to the formation of ferric thiocyanate. Thiourea, simple thiourea boiling with NaOH solutions gives off the ammonia. Boil a little of the substance with dilute NaOH solutions. Cool and add lead acetate. A brown or black color or precipitate indicates that the compounds may be thiourea. Specific test for some thioureas. Boil a little of the substance with dilute Cl. A pungent mustard odor is the obtained. Next is the boil a little of the substance with concentrated NaOH solution. Smell of ammonia is the obtained. Next is the aminosulfonic acids. Dissolves a little of the substance in dilute HCl. Cool and add sodium nitrate solution so as to complete the digestions. Now add alkaline solutions of beta naphthol. Red or orange dye is formed. Specific test for some aminosulfonic acids. Diazotized solutions gives orange colored dye with alkaline beta-naphthenol. To aqueous solutions add bromine water. A precipitate of bromoaniline is obtained. Compounds containing the halogens. The aliphatic halogen compound. Boil half ml of substance with 5 ml of alcoholic NaOH solution for about 10 minutes. Cool, dilute the solution with water. Add excess of the dilute HNO3 and then add silver nitrate. A precipitate of silver halide is the obtained. Specific test for some aliphatic halogen compounds. Chloroform test gives carbylamine test. Perform the test by taking the substance aniline and alcoholic cavite. Dissolve a crystal of resorcinol in 1 ml of dilute sodium hydroxide solutions. Add 1 ml of chloroform and the warm gently. The aqueous layer turns red, padding to the green. Carbon tetrachloride does not reduce Fehling solutions. Original substance plus copper powder plus beta naphthol plus NaOH and heat. Blue colors. In the solid, chloral hydrate gives color test with pyridine, reduces the Fehling solutions, and the Tollens reagent restores the color of Skipp's reagent. On heating with alkaline solutions of thyrosoquinol, it gives red color with the changes to the violet. Next is the iodoform test. Yellow crystal characteristics smell insoluble in the water but soluble in the spirit. Heat a little of the substance in a dry test tube. Violet fumes of the iodine are evolved. Gives positive color test with pyridine. Gives carbylamine reaction. Aromatic halogen compounds. Chlorine containing compounds. Does not give precipitate with silver nitrate. Undergoes the nitration in a boiling tube. Take 1 ml of substance, add 4 ml of mixture of concentrated HNO3 and concentrated H2SO4 carefully. Warm the mixture in a water bath for 5 to 10 minutes. Pour it into cold water and oily mass begins to separate out, which on further cooling and scratching with a glass rod solidified as yellow crystalline mass. Filter, wash and dry. It gives smell of the bitter almonites. Benzyl chloride. Melting point is 179 degrees Celsius. On warming with AgNO3 solutions, a precipitate of the silver chloride is obtained. To a little amount of the substance, add 1 ml of the lead nitrate solution and boil. Smell of benzaldehyde is obtained when oxidized with dichromate and dilute H2SO4. It gives benzoic. Derivative is the benzoic acid. Melting point 121 degrees Celsius. Paradichlorobenzene melting point 53 degrees Celsius. No precipitate with silver nitrate can be readily nitrated. Derivatives are the 2,5-dichloronitrobenzene. Aromatic bromohydrocarbons does not give melting point of the bromobenzene 155 degrees Celsius does not give precipitate with HAgNO3 can be nitrated by the above method to give the para-dinitrobenzene. Derivative is para-dinitrobenzene melting point 126 degrees Celsius. Organic mixture analysis. Analysis of simple mixture. A binary mixture containing two organic compounds mixed together. The first job in the analysis of the mixture is to separate visual components of the proceed with the detailed investigation for the identification of each compound. Separation of binary mixture. Generally, the two components present in the mixture are of different natures. They may be
solubility in water, acids, alkalines, or in some common solvents. They may have similar or different physical state. One components may be solid and other may be liquid. A successful separation of the compounds requires the general awareness of the chemical characteristics, including the solubility. An outline of the procedure adopted for the separation of binary mixture in which both the components are given below. Water separation. Treat a small quantity of the mixtures with the cold water. Shake well and filter. Evaporate the filtrate in a porcelain dish. If a solid residue is obtained, it indicates that a part of mixture is soluble. Cold water. Now treat the whole mixtures with the cold water. Shake well and filter. Keep the residue on the filter paper as component A. Evaporate the filtrate in a porcelain dish and collect the solid residue as the component B. Proceed with the identification of these compounds in the manner given in the previous sections. The compounds soluble in cold water are generally lower alpha acids. If acids or phenol is present, the aqueous solution turns blue, litmus red. If an acid is present, the solution will give with the sodium hydrogen carbonate. Amides and carbohydrate will form the neutral aqueous solutions. Fattic acids such as succinic and adipic acids dissolve in hot water crystallines when the solution is cold. In such cases, treat the mixtures with hot water, shake well and filter it quickly. Keep the residues on the filter paper as component A and solid separated from the aqueous solutions as component B. Separation with the help of dilute HCl with which it will form water-soluble amine hydrochloride salt. Preamines can now be obtained by neutralization of the solution with the alkali. Treat the mixtures with dilute HCl in excess, shake well and filter. Collect the undissolved residue as component A. Tooth filtrate. Add excess of dilute NaOH solutions about 25 to 30% until the solution is alkaline to litmus. Cool and scratch the sides of flask with a glass rod. The component B is gradually precipitate. Filter dry and proceed for the analysis. Thank you.